reach the cupboards," he whined, feeling this was completely unfair. She knows he can't do it. "I can't do everything," she snapped at him. "You make your own waffles. You take care of Shane. You take care of everyone. You're the oldest. It's your responsibility now." And even though she broke down and started crying, Fox was upset too. She took something he was looking forward to, and she ruined it. "I hate you," he said to her, and then stormed out of the room and down the stairs. The fire wasn't even on this morning, and it was cold as hell. He flicked on the TV for a few minutes and tried to watch his favorite cartoons until the guilt started to get the best of him. Maybe his mother was sick. Maybe he really was old enough to do everything now. So Fox got up and went into the kitchen and tried to figure out how to make waffles on his own. He brought out the buttermilk she used for it, the eggs, the butter. The waffle mix itself was high up in a box, so he brought a chair from the kitchen table over to the counter and climbed up on it. Normally, he would never be able to do this, but since his mother told him to make the waffles, then this was what he was doing. While he was up there grabbing the waffle mix, he also found a box of chocolates and snuck a few of them into his pockets to eat later, maybe share with John, if John didn't end up annoying him. Then he climbed down off the counter, brought out the mixing bowls, and attempted to make the waffles. Fox was smart and could already read quite a bit, so he tried to make sense of the directions on the boxes, but with the tiny print and the words he didn't know, he ended up giving up and winging it. He made a mess, the entire kitchen covered in spoons and broken eggs and flour, and he wasn't even sure if what he had put in the bowl was the right thing or not. What he did know for sure, though, was that even if he ended up making them correctly, he wasn't allowed to cook them. Then he heard footsteps coming down the stairs. His mother. He expected her to smile at him, say she was sorry, or just yell at him for making a mess, but she didn't say either. She didn't say anything. She just walked past him like he didn't exist at all, like he was a ghost in one of Grandpa's stories. She took his bowl and dumped the contents in the garbage, and then started to make the waffle mix herself. Fox backed away slowly. It was starting to scare him that she didn't even notice the mess he had made, that she was standing in bare feet amongst sticky eggshells and flour, and she didn't care. Maybe she was the ghost. With that troubling thought, Fox went into the living room and started watching cartoons, trying to forget all about it. Luckily, his favorite, the X-Men, was on. Soon John was up and joined him on the couch. Then the smell of waffles filled the air, and when he and John went to go sit at the kitchen table, it was almost like everything was normal again. The kitchen was cleaner. A pile of fluffy waffles with maple syrup was on the table. But things weren't quite right. Shane started crying from upstairs in his crib. Both John and Fox looked at their mother, expecting her to go upstairs, but she didn't. She just stared out the window, not moving, like she didn't hear him. Finally, John said, "I'll go tell him to be quiet." Though John was only 4, he liked the baby a lot and was often wanting to talk to him and be around him. "Good," their mother said, her voice so absent of life that it sent chills down Fox's spine. "I'm going to go pick some flowers." She walked out of the kitchen and over to the front door, still in her nightgown, still in bare feet. Fox watched all of this happen as if in slow motion. He knew he should yell after her to tell her to put on some clothes, tell her it was cold out. He knew that there were no flowers growing at this time of year. He knew that Shane needed her to go upstairs and take care of him, not leave it to John. But he didn't say anything. He was still mad, and now a little scared. So she walked out the door, and he ran to the window and watched her go down the hill toward the river, the breeze rippling through her nightgown, the sun low in the sky and lighting her up. She went down, but she never came back. Fox didn't remember much of the actual funeral. It was something that his mind blocked for him. He remembers the casket going into the ground, the fact that it had snowed earlier that morning and there were still a few traces of it on the graves. He remembers everyone in black crying, even people from the town, like his kindergarten teacher, Mrs. Matthews, and the old lady at the library, and the guy from the